So there was a lot of food that followed that because I'm an emotional eater, food and wine and just not wanting to do anything and then just kind of not peopling and not putting myself out there. And I just kind of was self-destructive and the weight just piled on.
Yeah.
And I was up over 300 pounds at one point. So I that's what life looked like before I decided to make a change. So
Ho, ho, ho!
Hey, Santa, before you get too carried away, we need to talk.
Yeah, because while you're up there with the cookies, moms are the ones making sure the magic actually happens.
And let's be honest, who does all the work and who gets all the credit?
This year, it's time for a little more for mom. We're hosting the More for Mom Summit, a free online event designed to help you ditch the stress and keep the joy of the season.
Think of it as your 4-day reset. Practical tools, heart-centered support, and a community of moms who get it.
Grab your free ticket at moreformomsummit.com because this year, mom gets to enjoy the magic too.
Ho, ho, ho. This episode is brought to you by the More for Moms Summit. You can get your free ticket at www.moreformomsummit.com. We'll see you there. Oh my gosh. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited. We're kicking off our summit, introducing our different speakers. And I'm super excited because joining us is Chevaunne. And for some of you who have been following me and Shauna the whole time, you know that I've interviewed Chevaunne before. And I don't know, I haven't even talked to you about this, Chevaunne, but your last episode that you did with us was the best episode that we've ever had. And and like we're just starting out, so like some of our views don't get a lot. But one of the reels that I had of you, I don't know if you've noticed on YouTube, it was like 7,000 views, which is huge for us because we're just starting out. So and I and those of you who are like, who are you talking to? Like, why are you so excited? Um, it's because Chevaunne motivated, like our last talk, it was so motivational. You've been through so much. She's a mom who was, and I hope it's okay that and you'll go into this deeper, but who was in a dark place and got out of that somehow and turned your life completely around and through like small steps. And you've lost 130 pounds in that. And that's not even like the best part of it. It's how happy, like we got on the call. I'm like, oh my gosh, you are glowing. What are you doing? She accredited hot yoga, but she's just like living proof that transformation is not perfection and big steps. It's from small progress and small steps. And I feel like when you say it like that, it just feels so much more attainable. So welcome again. I'm so excited to have you. Um, and for those of you who haven't heard of Chevaunne, Chevaunne, can you take us back to what life looked like before this journey started?
yeah, sure. It kind of happened in a kind of a kerfuffle of things. So my brother passed away about 6 years ago, and it just kind of turned my entire life upside down. You don't get it until you go through it, which it's incredibly it's life changing. It changes you forever. But I went down the rabbit hole of I'm angry. I'm just grief stricken. There was a lot of anger involved. So there was a lot of food that followed that because I'm an emotional eater, food and wine and just not wanting to do anything and then just kind of not peopling and not putting myself out there. And I just kind of was self-destructive and the weight just piled on.
Yeah.
And I was up over 300 pounds at one point. So I that's what life looked like before I decided to make a change. So The change came just kind of gradually, where I was getting really fed up with not being able to really move as well as I used to. I work on the road a lot. I work on some construction sites, which involve rebuilding homes after major losses, getting in and out of trucks. That was my first indication, like, you're having a real problem here, lady. Um, just going up and down stairs. My friend had a heart attack, and it just kind of all came together, and I was like, okay, it's time to make a change. But I'm the kind of person who's easily overstimulated,
Mm.
just like overstimulated. And when I get overstimulated, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. See ya. Just not doing this anymore. I get really easily frustrated when I'm overstimulated. So I decided to approach it like my therapist helped me approach my grief, one thing at a time. Take one thing away at one thing. So
Mm.
I started walking 3 kilometers a day. And I added greens to my diet. And then the next week I cut my bread intake in half, and then added mushroom powder, for instance. And then, the end of the month, I went from 3K a day to, I started lifting weights at that point. And then I got the urge to start running. With having experienced the running community with my husband, I wanted to join that community. So here I am. I just started running and then adding things. And now I do running and hot yoga. It's
Yeah.
between the two, and trying to get as much weight training as I can in there, because that's super important. But
Oh my gosh. I can't even, like, for those of you, like, when you're talking about your dark place, like, I mean, I've had dark places. I can't even begin to imagine. I mean, I think in my pregnancy, I'm like tearing up even thinking about it, like losing a sibling, and like the mental struggles and challenges that you're probably going through on top of like physical challenges too, right? Like, that was a lot that you were facing at the time. Was there like a moment that was just like, yeah, I'm done. This is it. I'm changing.
my friend took a heart attack.
Yeah, it
That
was that exact moment.
it didn't even present itself as a heart attack, though.
Yeah.
It was he. We thought he had, like, pneumonia. It was like, go to the hospital, get antibiotics, get a puffer, like, get yourself. No, and I get a text message, I'm having a heart attack, and I'm like, and then I was driving when I kind of found out about that. So I had 2 hours of driving to do before I made it home, all by myself, thinking about that, and the guilt that went behind
Yeah.
that, because I had spent the day with them on on the field working, and not realizing, the entire time he was having a heart attack. But it really resonated with me when I as I was driving, I'm alone, and I'm thinking, it's just, my parents have lost one child, and I'm all that's left.
Uh,
And I'm not just doing myself a disservice, but I'm disrespecting my family, my children, by allowing myself to live this way and not be able to. If I'm
yeah.
not taking care of myself, my girls, what are they going to do? They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. We just eat whatever or do whatever.
Yeah.
Or, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, it really resonated with me. That's when I decided it's time. It's time
Yeah.
to, yeah.
And it's so funny that you mentioned that, because that's one thing that's been like Shauna's reminder to me as we're working on like our own self improvement journey, is like your children won't do what you tell them to do.
No, they
They
won't.
do what they see you do. Right.
Right.
So,
It's completely true. It
yeah.
is
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
So that coworker, does he know that you're changed?
Oh, he does. He's a friend. He's a
Yeah.
friend as well. And I mean, wonderful things have happened for him since. Like, he's doing well,
Oh, that's good.
got married, and it's perfect. And it's just, it's good to see that he's okay, and then wonderful things have happened since. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like, I actually, the funny thing is since I've started the journey, We've worked together from a distance, but now I've made a not a career change, but I moved into a different company, so we no longer work together, but we randomly stay in touch. So we actually haven't physically seen each other since my physical change, but he's seen pictures, for instance, and he's like, where'd the other half of you go?" And,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, I I see it because I feel it,
Yeah.
but I think it's different when someone else sees that picture of you because you see yourself every day. We're hard on ourselves.
Oh,
We're not
yeah.
good to
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't, but I have I've dropped, like, for instance, I've dropped 4 sizes in just tops. So
Yeah.
my bottoms, I've dropped 10 sizes. So there is a
Yeah.
difference. There is a
Yeah.
difference. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what, too, is I feel like before, because just a backstory for everyone, I went to high school with Chevaunne's husband. And so I've known them for a long time, not just like recently. Um, but like now that, because I didn't know that you were going, I knew that your brother passed, but I didn't know that you were having such a hard time. But now that I think back of it, like I never saw very many pictures of you. And now it's nice to see, like, pictures of you, and when we jumped on, I'm like, "Oh my gosh," like, "You're just so happy," you know? Like yeah,
I I still struggled.
yeah,
But I found that outlet. So I found that outlet, and I just kind of have it's really hard what's going on, especially in our country right now. There's a lot of really everyone's really unsure. What are we leaving for our children? What's happening? Our safety, this and that. And I tend to find myself getting those old feelings of anger coming back up, and I'm just like, because I can't control
yeah,
my kids, what's gonna so I just have to get myself together, and it's like, okay, you're going for a run, or
yeah,
I book a class and I leave it. I keep telling myself, leave it on the mat, or just leave it on the road or on the
yeah,
trail. It depends if I'm trail
yeah,
running, because I
yeah,
recently done trail running as well,
yeah.
so I have
Yeah, and and
I
that kind
never.
yeah, I
So
agree. And that
just
kinda
finding
leads
where
into,
but
like
reminding yourself to leave it there. Don't unpack
yeah,
there. Have your moment, but don't unpack there. Just find a place
yeah.
to, yeah.
And that's like, that's probably one of the mental changes that has happened for you as a mom. But would you say, like, there was any other emotional or physical changes for yourself as a mom?
Yeah, because when I I laugh because it's when I made this decision, it was like the world is like, well, we're not going to make this. The universe is like, no, no, this isn't going to be easy for you because we're just going to throw menopause in there. Here you
Oh,
go. You
oh,
some
yeah.
more. Throw a
Here's a
dash of
little
this.
gift
Throw
for you
that.
too.
I really had to learn to navigate hormonal sensitivities that were emotional and reactive,
Yeah,
and then just the everyday to day that we struggle with. Me is overstimulation. Like, I don't do well with, like, this happening, and then I'm done work and I need to, which is tends to be very stressful. And then my kids need me, mom, mom.
oh, I get that, yeah.
It's like mom, mom, mom. And I have one turning 13 and one turning 10, but the 10-year-old is really going through a lot of, like, jealous of the older sister right now. And
Ah,
there's a lot of resentment there. And that's a part of growing as siblings, but I don't know how to manage it. And I'm like, ah.
yeah.
So
I get that though as a teacher, like the overstimulated, because I feel like every person has something that drives them crazy. And for me, it's when like a whole bunch of kids are standing around you going like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's every day, but I'm much better at managing. Before, I would just explode and I would be like, "Ah," like, "Oh my God." But now it's okay,
Yeah.
you know, just one
Yeah.
thing at a time.
Yeah.
And then, my husband, there's the dogs. He keeps getting dogs, and there's like dogs in my house, and I'm just like, okay, love my dogs, but I just we have a very, very busy household. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So but managing the emotions has become much easier with the physical exertion. Like it just
Yeah.
things don't get to me like they used to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Today's word of the day is joy. That's so good. And so what do you feel most or some people have misunderstood about your journey?
The people are story.
What do you feel or what do people often misunderstand about your journey that you've been through?
I think it's really hard. Like when I talk to you, for instance, you understand the journey, and that there's a healing journey that
Yeah.
that needs to take place here. I have a wonderful team at work, and there's many who are about my age and who understand healing at this point in your life, or whatever that might look like. For me, overcoming obesity and
Mhm.
getting active, and overcoming the anger issues I was having with complicated grief. But when people of different generations have a hard time, um they don't get it, and then it's not a big deal. And I don't want people to praise me and, oh my God, good for you, good for you. I want to be able to share it and motivate people to do, like,
Yeah.
you're not alone. You might feel alone. Like, I didn't have anybody in my world that could really relate to what I was going through. So I couldn't be like, today was really hard.
Yeah.
Today was really hard because ABC. So I kind of had to do a lot of it alone. Um, Healing's painful.
Mm.
Like, went to a psychologist, I did what's called EMDR, if you've ever
Yeah,
heard of
I've
that.
done that.
It's,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've done that.
it's incredible. It's
Yeah.
incredible. I recommend it to anybody that is willing to go on that journey. You begin from the day that you can remember life up till that current day. It
Mhm.
takes a long time, but it was incredible. But explaining that to people who haven't really had life experience, who want to talk to you about your journey, but they can't relate, and they don't.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
depends on who you talk to. It's
Yeah.
really hard. It's hard. Like, I shared my journey with somebody in yoga the other day, because I noticed, and I'm like, I did this. She's just starting, and I'm like, I've done this. Please don't stop. Just please keep going. Please
Yeah.
keep going. I know you don't know me. I hope I'm not
Yeah.
overstepping.
Yeah.
If you need me, my name is Chevaunne. You come talk to me. Like, I'm here for you. I didn't have I didn't have that, so I basically had to kind of do this all on my own. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
And
But
what an
yeah.
amazing gift you can give to someone, right? Like now that you've been there alone. And kind of that goes into my next question. For a mom who's listening at home, who's overwhelmed and doesn't have anyone like you didn't, what is one small step that they could do this week towards a life that she wants?
Well, for me, it was just like I said, every week I made a change, and every week I added something positive. So I took something out that wasn't serving me well, and I added something. I found when I did everything all at once, and within 2 weeks, you're like, yeah, whatever, I'm not going to do that. Like, don't stop treating yourself. If you like pizza, still have your pizza. Just be mindful of it. I
Mhm.
like I like chocolate, so be mindful of it, stuff like that. But I started alone, but I'm not alone now. Like, I have an incredible community behind me. I have so many friends that
Yeah.
I didn't have a year and a half ago or last year. People that are pushing me. I have people in the yoga, the fitness, and the running. I'm super excited. I'm running in the Grizzly Ultra next weekend, and I'm doing a leg in that. There's a team of 5 of us, and I'm also
Yeah.
volunteering there because I just love the energy, and I love the
Yeah.
people, and I've made friends in that community. Um, those small steps, just keep taking them, just keep pushing yourself, and all of those other things just come.
Just come into place.
They just come. And if you have anything in your area, like we did, like we have here, it's really opened doors for me, just mental health wise, and good people, surrounding myself with good people. We have what's called a walk run club here, Airdrie. I live in Airdrie, Alberta. So it's Airdrie Walk super awesome run club. And we found it on Facebook, and then I met the person who started that. It's lovely. Every Saturday and Wednesday I have a group of people, of like-minded people I can join. So stuff like that. And if you really motivated, start one yourself. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
We meet at a coffee shop every Saturday, meet, you know, around the walking trails. We do. It's wonderful. It's really great. Those things will come, but just one thing at a time.
Time.
One thing at a
Uh,
time.
One day at a time. I love
One
that.
day at a time. Small diet changes as you go, not massive, just small physical. And then you'll find the things that you like. I
Yeah.
know what happened for
Along
me.
the way.
Yeah.
So if moms were to walk away remembering one thing from your story, what would you hope it is? Is it the one step, or would you want them to remember something else?
Okay, so if they were to take one thing from my story, sorry,
Yeah.
that
One thing from your story, what do you hope that it would be?
I would just hope that you would know that there is light at the end of the tunnel, that it's not always dark. You just have to believe that you can get past all of that. You just need to tap into the right resources, and it really is wonderful, you know. You just need to get there and just like don't give up, and just believe that you can get past it. You can get over the pain
Yeah.
and get past, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You can get there. It just, yeah.
Just gotta have faith. I
You
love
gotta have faith. You definitely gotta have faith. And then the like-minded people will come, and then the people that no longer serve you will go. And you need to be okay with that. You need to be okay with the people who no longer serve you leaving, or you need to be okay with that, and everything's gonna be
I
fine.
love that part too. Okay with people.
Yeah, just
Um,
yeah.
yeah, they could just go.
Wish them well.
They could just go. So if people want to connect with you and find out about more about what you're doing, where can they find you on social media?
They can find me on Chevaunne and Jay's Arbonne Hub. We
Nice.
can, yeah. I don't know if you're able.
We can add that in our notes.
We can add that. Yep. Yeah, you could find me there. You'll see me throw some things in. We share some of our race stuff as we go. Lots of we get our kids, we get our daughters involved. Yeah, it just
Awesome.
our diet, relation, everything, the products that we use to get ourselves there, and just fun little tidbits to keep the yeah
Yeah,
to keep the happy to keep the
I'm happy. I love it.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Chevaunne. So again, everyone, this is one of our presenters for our summit that is going to be happening in November. And we hope that you will join in and check out Chevaunne. Thank you so much, Chevaunne.
Thank you.
Your
I'll see you
mama. All right. Bye.
The holiday's magical. The food, the friends,
Yeah, hey Dave, before you start selling us on the joy of the season, me and the moms, we're taking a break.
Because let's be honest, if you're dreading instead of dreaming about the holidays, you're not alone.
And this year, it's time to do something more for mom before things get into the full swing.
The More for Mom Summit is your reset to swap stress for sanity and pressure for peace.
Join us free at moreformomsummit.com and make this a season you actually enjoy.